Hi, Marcela. I'm really happy to see that you decided to go with the extra essay pack. So let's get into this right away and see what you wrote. Employees staying in the same job is a topic, so here's what you said. It has been discussed whether people should keep the same employment for the whole working life or not. In my opinion, employees should Employees should search for better opportunities, and changing jobs is a way to do it. This essay will argue both views, providing examples from the real world. Lovely. Holding the same job for a lifetime used to be advantageous, but not anymore. Before, keeping the same employment was about having job security and securing a proper retirement. However, nowadays many employers do not offer long-term contracts or retirement plans. For example, the elderly still recommend the youth to stay in the same job for a lifetime to obtain more and better benefits within time. Nevertheless, data shows that 68% of employees under 35 years old have short-term contracts which do not include any pension. Therefore, it can be suggested that holding a position is unadvised for newer generations of employees. Okay, so what are you saying? You're saying why we need to switch jobs. Because times have changed, because what happened in the past with long-term benefits and so forth doesn't exist anymore. And so that for that reason, people should change. Okay, got it. Let's move on to the next paragraph. It is rather advisable to change jobs, even if it is just once. The central reason behind this is that people should be encouraged to improve their conditions and acquire new skills and knowledge. All of these help employees to stay motivated and satisfied. To illustrate this, Forbes magazine describes that up to 70% of millennials last less than a year in their first employment due to the low incomes and lack of stimulation from their employers. When they find a second or third, we don't really say a third employment. We usually say a second or third position, or a second or third job, post, perhaps. Okay, one of those words. Most of them feel more satisfied with their income and benefits, as well as content, not contented, content, with their acquired experience and responsibilities. Thus, it can be stated that it is better to change jobs instead of just staying in one forever. Okay, from the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that it is important for people to find new experiences and opportunities by searching for new jobs. Okay, so as you can see, Marcela, I was able to get through your essay really, really quickly. I didn't have to kind of halter anywhere. I didn't have any issues reading it. So that, for me, is the sign of a well-written essay. It's one of the signs, that is. It flowed really nicely. The language was all extremely natural. So I was really rather pleased with this. I did kind of have to, and you heard me probably do it, I did just kind of had to tell myself aloud what the central idea was. I had to kind of basically say it back to myself so I understood what it was you were saying, and I just had to make sure that that was on topic. It was fine. I thought you were on topic. This was, as I told you, really very good. The other thing that I just kind of wanted to look for in this essay was examples of higher level grammar and higher level vocabulary. There certainly was some higher level grammar. You had a few instances of passive voice, which you used correctly. You had a lot of relative clauses, which you used correctly. What else? There was something else that I saw that I liked. I mean, yeah, you had some, with like dependent clauses. So there was some advanced grammar. As far as advanced vocabulary, it was pretty good. Let's see, you had things like short-term contracts, something is unadvised, something is advisable here, that was nice too. Acquire new skills is nice. To illustrate this is nice. Lack of stimulation is good. I think that was one area that I would have maybe wanted to see something a little higher level. So maybe some vocabulary, maybe some higher level collocations, and maybe even some kind of impressive grammar. Like I said, all of your grammar was very good. It was almost all of it was very, very accurate. But maybe at this point you could do a couple of little more advanced things. Like, I wasn't really hugely happy with this sentence. Let me show you what I mean. Holding the same job for a lifetime used to be advantageous, but this is no longer the case. Okay, so it just sounds a little better than but no more. But no more feels a little, or rather, but not anymore. Feels a little conversational. Okay? All right, now let's look at this next set of sentences here. I would suggest kind of linking them together because here you've got proper retirement plans. You could have done this with some nice high level cohesion, and that would have sounded nice. So let me show you what I mean. In the past, keeping the same employment, and I don't really love this, was about having job security. So I'm going to go ahead and change it a little bit, okay? So in the past, the goal of employees was to obtain job security and secure proper retirement. However, many employers nowadays no longer offer such benefits. Okay, and then the such benefits refers to those two previous things without kind of being repetitive. So it's an advanced sentence in that it's got multiple clauses. You're linking essentially two sentences together. You're not repeating the word retirement. And I don't know, I just think it kind of sounds more advanced. You can let me know your feedback and let me know what you think as well. So that was some of the stuff that I think I would have been good to see. Where was that? Okay, yeah, here you said their first employment when they find a second or third. I already told you that the word employment was wrong. Let's see if we can come up with something else. Here you could have said something like, as they move up the career ladder, most of them feel more satisfied with their income and benefits. That would have been a nice way to use that expression. Okay. So, from the arguments and examples given, I believe that it is important for people to find new experiences and opportunities by searching for new jobs. That's fine. So, yeah, I think some of the vocabulary could have been a little higher level. Like I said, the grammar was good. There were a couple of places where you could have made more advanced sentences. Obviously here, Marcela, we're looking at details. That's obvious. But here's the thing, that when you are aiming for one of those higher band scores, that's where your that's what will essentially make the difference in, say, for example, a 7 or an 8. It's some of those details and some of those more advanced kind of lexical items as well as grammar. Why don't we move on now to your task 1. Okay, dear Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I'm writing to introduce myself, the Mexican student who will stay at your, with a Y here, your home next autumn. I am 29 years old, and although I have a medical degree and a stable job, I am taking a sabbatical to improve my English skills. I have been reading about the UK online. However, I would be grateful if you could help me solve some doubts. One of my concerns is the weather. How cold is it during the autumn-winter season? Is it rainy? Additionally, I understand that Mexican manners are slightly different from yours, so could you please tell me about the custom and manners in your country? Customs with an S. I'm also writing to inform you that I will arrive at London International Airport on, careful here, on November 29th at 11, what does this mean, 11 hours? You want to say 11:00 or 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Make that clear. Then I will take a bus to your hometown, which will be a 5-hour ride. Now here you don't want an S because it's an adjective here, okay? 5-hour is describing what kind of ride. So it needs to be an adjective. It needs to be with no S. Therefore, I will meet you around 4 or 6 p.m. that same day. Thank you so much for receiving me at your home. I cannot wait to meet your family. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely yours. All right, that's lovely. This was really good. I liked everything. Obviously, I had to correct a couple of little things, a couple of little grammatical things. Other than that, I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was appropriately formal. Maybe what you could have done here is just mention your name. I'm writing to introduce myself. My name is Marcela Gomez, and I am the Mexican student who will stay at your home next autumn. That was just a detail. I mean, it would have been nice to, say your name there. I thought this was very well done, though. I thought it was really good. The language was good. It felt very natural. So I'm really quite pleased with it, Marcela. Okay, good job here. All right, so keep writing. Keep, kind of try to apply the feedback given to you today in your next set. You're doing great, so keep at it, okay? I'll be looking forward to your next set of essays.